And their full team readout is Worth, Morris, Smith, Melrose, Lydon, Hall, Spiner, Truella, Gilmeister, McGann, Rampling, Simpkins and Shepherd. It must be a proud moment, semi-final. And their full team today is Belcher, Kinner, Henjack, Jackson, Corkery, O'Sullivan, K. Walters, Lance, Coyne, Gilbert, Bacco, S. Walters and Todd. Mick Stone, Shepherd, tackle on the quarter line. It's the last tackle. We'll see what option they use. Melrose gets the bomb. Jackson, McGann is there. Oh, McGann's pulled it out of the air and scored a fantastic try. We'll have to see whether he was onside, but by heavens, that's an astonishing try. He was standing wide and came through at a rate of knots. See it again.
And there it is, the bomb coming up on the replay. The bomb still sticking its head up in 1987 here. And Belcher, well, no cover defence there. They looked up, trying to check the referee to see if, in fact, on the State Bank replay, he was onside. Line ball decision here to see whether McGann was onside. Tough one to call, but there was no cover defence there for Belcher. Peter Jackson was standing in front of him, wondering why the referee hadn't called him offside. Well, you've got to play the whistle, and these Canberra players should have been back there giving some sort of screen to Belcher, unprotected, and the advantage with the man on the run, Hugh McGann.
I've seen him score tries like that in the past for Eastern Suburbs. He gets up a hell of a height. Good try. Then allowed. And he's got the extra, so that's it. Eastern Suburbs 6, Canberra 0. Watched by his coach there, Don Ferner. Henjack, pass back on the inside. It's going to be a pass to Walters. That's Steve Walters, the hooker, has come up with a very, very sound try, a very neat little try, and it's going to put a whole new complexion on this game, believe me. See this one again and watch the backing up on the inside.
So on the State Bank replay, good thinking from Henjack. He and Chris O'Sullivan have been probing, and very simple back on the inside. Eastern Suburbs going to sleep, really caught napping there by Steve Walters. Good play, support play from the hooker who had backed up from the dummy half position. But the defensive line there, you see it moving up out wide, but there's nobody at home back on the inside. Robert Simpkins, well, that marker defence had certainly knocked off for Eastern Suburbs, and their forwards on the ruck guilty of not being back there on the inside.
Yes, that's a bit of an eye-opener to about 2 metres off centre. Straight as a gun barrel, so the scores then that we have here in the Sydney Cricket Ground. Todd, Walters, Sam Bacco on the charge. He's there! Big Sam has cracked the Eastern Suburbs line. It looked like butter. He's gone through 2 tackles to force his way over. Very, very strong play. See that again, and it'll be good looking from head on.
Well, it was coming on the State Bank replay. If you're going to stand back and allow fellas like Sam Bacco and Ashley Gilbert and Gary Coyne to get up a bit of motoring, well, they just didn't meet him at the advantage line. They were waiting. Very simple first-up tackles being missed, and it's unlike Huey McGann to miss a simple one. He just went low. Tony Rampling tried to go over the top, but bang, they're all in each other's way there and just falling off tackles. If the first one, the try to Steve Walters was under the post, was a problem for Arthur Beetson, this is even more so. This really has compounded it because that should not have been a try.
Canberra, a couple of tries, 2. Belcher. The roar from the crowd tells you that he's been successful. So Canberra now lead 12 points. Well and truly of age in the last 12 months. Belcher caressing that ball, beautifully taken by Worth back in his own quarter. Here's Coyne. Worth runs away from him. Henjack's in the pursuit. He's gone right round in a great big circle. It's a good run. Got it out to Linden. Linden kicks ahead. He's taken out of the play by Kinner. And there's going to be a penalty to Eastern Suburbs. Well, that's going to be a marginal sort of a... Eastern Suburbs are in possession, only about 13 metres out. Can Canberra reorganise quickly? Up to Gilmeister. Gilmeister away to Smith, and Smith's in for the try. That's good work from McGann. Sheet that try home well and truly to the Eastern Suburbs skipper, who saw the opportunity and whizzed it out very, very quickly. David Smith's the scorer, but all the brain work was done well back on the inside.
Experienced points and pressure. Big time stuff in semi-finals. The experience came with Hugh McGann. He knew that quick hands was needed out wide. They hadn't reorganised themselves quickly enough, Canberra, and up come the try. The pressure was brought about by Canberra themselves, who just made the silly mistake of losing possession inside their own quarter. They've been put back on their heels after securing that lead. They worked themselves well and they were having the better of play, but now East have surged back with that try through David Smith. You just can't afford to make mistakes in your own quarter. South Sydney nearly lost yesterday's semi-final because of silly penalties inside their own 22, and now the Canberra Raiders letting that try back on for East through David Smith.
Gilmeister, the scorer of a try, the opening, and moves in now. He's kicked it, so the scores are locked up at 12 points all with 6. Nicely, Dean Lance, the man that did the job. McGann elects to get a long one away to Brendan Hall. He's gone right up the middle of the field. Looks for support, gets it back inside to Slippery Morris. He gets a flick pass to Simpkins. Simpkins gets it over the top to Spina. Spina taken out of it beautifully there by Corkery. By Keena, rather. This is an incredible passage of play by Eastern Suburbs. There's a kick ahead, or the bomb really been put up, and it's taken by who? I think Slippery Morris has come up with a try. I think Slippery Morris has come up with a try there after a most incredible passage of play by Eastern Suburbs that had everybody here on the edge of their seats. Believe me, say it again.
On the State Bank replay, strong protest from Canberra. They're arguing that Steve Morris was involved in losing a ball here. Well, the end on camera might show it. Mick Stone was fairly confidently awarding the try as the bomb goes up here just in front of, perfectly placed in front of the line here. Keep your eye on Stevie Morris. Did he touch that? For mine, it came off his hand and forearm. I'm probably in agreement with Canberra that this ball was lost and touched by Steve Morris. So here it comes bouncing back now. Keep your eye on him. Touching the ball there, knocking it on, no try.
Yes, the score is 16, Eastern Suburbs, Canberra 12. It's now 18 points to 12. Henjack. Belcher's dropped the ball. This will be a try to McGann. It is. There's a drop ball on the side of the scrum by Gary Belcher. He was unable to regather it. The ball was kicked through. McGann swooped on it, picked up the ball and dived over as easy as you please.
So Canberra well and truly back on their heels now. They've been saying they look tired in the last 5 minutes. A lot of drop ball. They just haven't been able to come back with that quick try to even those scores up. And Hugh McGann, who's had a busy game for Eastern Suburbs, he's been leading the way with a great example. Just swoops on it there. I think the changes are certainly necessary in the Canberra side now. Their forwards are struggling somewhat. They need to get a couple of fresh runners out there to try and break this Eastern Suburbs lineup. There the ball goes free. Hughie McGann, plenty of pace for a back rower, just takes the tackle of Chris O'Sullivan and over he goes for Eastern Suburbs. So confidence now well and truly out the back door for Canberra. Belcher and Peter Jackson will be called upon for miracles now to try and get themselves totally involved to search for the 2 tries that the Raiders need.
Well, that was a great try, a quick thing. Seemed to kick the sand, but he's got the goal. So the score now is Canberra 24, Eastern Suburbs 24, Canberra 12. Of Spina. Got a flick pass back inside to Corkery, who's streaming on. Gets it away there to, who's that player? It's number 6, O'Sullivan. And O'Sullivan backing up on the inside has scored a very, very good try. It came at a critical moment. There are 11 minutes left.
Good blindside play by Belcher. He committed the marker, Steve Morris, there to pick him up. Good play also by Corkery to pick up Chris O'Sullivan back up on the inside. The Raiders haven't given up. There's plenty of time left in this semi-final. And with the likes of Belcher and Jackson and Corkery still causing problems out wide, they're well and truly in this game. They've been probing all day the halves of O'Sullivan and Henjack, 2 of the best performers for the Raiders, and that's a great result for his performance this afternoon. O'Sullivan, clever thinking to keep that ball alive. They didn't exercise the option of kicking, and the ball going back inside here for O'Sullivan. And Eastern Suburbs was still a few worries about getting on into the major semi-final next Sunday.
Yes, another change to Eastern Suburbs, David.
Yes, Danny Shepherd's the player that's gone off, and young Craig Salvatore.
Not very strong. Belcher. Now he sprayed that out to the right, so the score remains 24 Eastern Suburbs, 16 Canberra. 15 metres out from the line. Danes, it's going to be a field goal attempt by Melrose. It's successful. That's good tactics, just tying it up, tying a knot, and double tying it. See Tony Melrose. Very calm, very casual, and very used. And here's the countdown clock. O'Sullivan, last pass was forward. That was it. And there's the hooter. So at full time, it's been a scoreline of Eastern Suburbs 25, Canberra 16. The try scorers from Eastern Suburbs have been Hugh McGann, Smith and Morris. Smith 4 goals, Melrose a field goal. Canberra 16 points. S. Walters, Bacco and O'Sullivan tries. Belcher 2 goals. A very, very fine game of rugby league, played in a marvellous spirit with tons of ball movement. 25-16 to Eastern Suburbs. I'll be back in a moment with a very, very easy man of the match to choose.
No arguments with our State Bank man of the match this afternoon. The East skipper, Hughie McGann, wearing a smile and another $1,000, but a great start to East, and then you seem to let Canberra slip back in.
Well, that's right. We knew that they were going to throw pressure straight back to us, and they scored 2 very good tries, but we had to get together again and try and level it before half-time, which we thankfully did, and kept the same enthusiasm in the second half.
Yeah, I guess you're going to tell me you were just behind the kicker as that first bomb went up?
Yes, I certainly was.
The referee saw it that way. Eastern Suburbs turn around now, Manly Warringah. How much improvement has there got to be to trouble the Shield?
Well, at least 40% improvement on today. They were here in full force to watch us, and I'm sure they went back with a game plan in mind. So, you know, we've got to sit down at the start of this week, work out something else, and work out where our problems are and rectify them before Sunday.
All right, well, before Sunday, also from the State Bank, as I mentioned, $1,000 in the form of a flexible deposit.
Thank you very much, Channel 10, and of course to State Bank for their contribution.
Okay, there he is, the East skipper and our State Bank man of the match, Hugh McGann, and also our winner for this week. The State Bank man of the match competition goes to Chris Murphy from Fairfield. $1,000 coming your way, Chris. Anybody wanting to be likewise a share of the cash next weekend, just drop into any branch of the State Bank, pick up yourself an entry form, and we could be announcing your name and sharing, as I say, in that $1,000 this time next